Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you again.
Well, that's just, I would imagine in that front right seat there, so you can just step right up, or you can even be at the end maybe, if you want to, I don't know, probably there. Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to start with the pledge, so if you can please rise. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the
Republic
for which it stands, one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Thank you.
Okay.
I get to be an Asian person. Good evening, everyone. It's so nice to see so many family members here tonight for our Youth of the Year honors. This is Savannah. She is my youngest one, and she's going to be a future club member, right? So my monkey and I are going to explain to you how important it is tonight for our club and our club kids. Tonight is all about honoring the 3 young men behind me because they've worked hard to get to this point, to be here before you, to represent themselves and their families and us as our club, as a club ambassador. So hello to you. Luckily, I don't have to choose who the Youth of the Year is tonight. I have some very trusted and wonderful supporters who are serving as our judges tonight. So I'm going to introduce them to you. I will start with Jim Porter, who is a club supporter that I've come to appreciate quite a bit. He's been a supporter before I even came on the scene, and his enthusiasm is unmatched. I mean, really, and he's a great advocate for us. Definitely supports in many of our events and functions, but most importantly, he believes in the work that we do. So Jim Porter of Solano Mortgage, please say hi. And then we have next to Jim, Olivia Esparza. She just past year was the chairperson for our gala committee. Did a wonderful job with that. Leads in so many other ways as well. But it's become a family affair for her to support our club. Her father is our board president. And so thankfully by default we get to have Olivia as well. But she's an amazing person, and we're so glad to have your expertise and your enthusiasm and your service for our club too. So, Olivia Esparza. And next to Olivia is Miss Cassandra Patton. I met her just a few years ago, and she's one of the reasons why we have additional club sites at Vacaville Community Housing, which is now Eden Housing. But because of her leadership, we've been able to open the Acacia Center and the Teen Center, and also now a part of the Judson Center where the Acacia kids will move on to. But it's because she was the board president and because she supported the partnership with the Boys and Girls Club that we have those additional sites. Not only that, but I've gotten to know Cassandra as a strong supporter who understands the work of the Boys and Girls Club, who is really really passionate about our affordable living and affordable housing community. And so we appreciate all the work that she does for the community and for our Boys and Girls Club. This is Mrs. Cassandra Patton. And next we have one of my peers and colleagues. This is Colleen Baruman. She is new in her position as the executive director of the Opportunity House, but I've enjoyed getting to know her so far and her fresh energy, and she's got a great vision for where the Opportunity House is going to be. And we serve some of the children over there at the Opportunity House. And so there's a natural partnership with the Opportunity House, and I'm excited that Ms. Colleen is here to learn more about the Boys and Girls Club and to serve as the judge tonight. Ms. Colleen Baruman. And last but not least, our fifth judge is Mr. Charlie Clark. Charlie is also somebody who has been a supporter before I was on the scene. And so for him to stay steadfast with his wife, Tracy Lee, and Gladys, has been a true joy for us. They give and they give and they give. They are at the club events, they're working with the kids, they're helping us with projects. The Thanksgiving big community dinner that we have is possible because of them and their help. He also plays many other special roles that we won't talk about at the club, but he is very beloved for us as well as his wife, Tracy Lee, strong supporters. Thank you for being here tonight, Charlie. All right, so before I invite our team coordinator to come here and give you an overview of the program, I kind of want to show you what past Youth of the Year say about the program and what it means to them.
What does leadership mean? Leadership means reaching your full potential and helping others get there too. It means finding your voice and using it. Sometimes it's being a silent support so others can find theirs.
Standing up for your peers or standing up for yourself.
Choosing mentors strong in character.
It is offering to help even when that is hard.
It's asking for help even when that's hard.
This is what it means to be you.
When I first became involved in the Youth of the Year program, what I loved was this notion that being a leader isn't defined by your age, but by your actions.
For 70 years, Youth of the Year has celebrated young leaders at every stop of my journey, from local, state, regional, and even national efficacy. I was experiencing huge milestones in my own personal growth. As a kid, the club helped me. As a teen, my club saved me. And as a young adult, my club sent me to college through numerous scholarships.
It's not just a dream anymore. I'm on my way to a college degree. For me, to the first in my family to graduate high school and attend college is something that was made possible through the Youth of the Year scholarship. And it all started the day I walked into my club. It's a club staff that sets you in the right direction. They are the true mentors.
As Youth of the Year, we can continue to make a difference
as the voice of 4 million club youth. How do I inspire others to lead? Well, listening is a big part.
I lead by continually going to my club and teaching them life lessons that I was taught.
I volunteer at my local Boys and Girls Club, and I love giving back.
I tell other kids to be the kind of leader that you are, and I'm trying to live it.
This is what it means to be a
I will inspire. I will personality. This is what it means to be
Hey.
Good evening. My name is John Gilmore. I'm the team coordinator for the Vacaville Club at the Meadow School. Tonight, we're here for our 71st annual Youth of the Year recognition competition. Every year, this contest is here placed to determine which youth will have the honor to represent the club, not only the local clubs, but across the nation. We're here tonight to witness the very first step in this competition. The youth have to embody many things in leadership. And during the process, it's a very long process. Very long. They had to compete in 4 different categories. One of the categories was that they fill out an application. Application asks a bunch of questions on what they do if they win, why should they win, and stuff they've done in their community. They also had to do not 1, not 2, but 3 essays. I had to also read all 9 of them. It was long. It was good though. Got some good stuff on it. So I know you guys are tired of hearing me talk. You guys want to get to them. That's what we're all here for. We're all here for them. So first I have Duro. So where are you going?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Arturo Rodriguez Ochoa, and I've been here at the club for 3 years. The way I started coming to the club, well, it's kind of a long story, but it was a rocky way. All right, so what happened was, I was at school. I was caught with a weapon on campus at night. My punishment was 40 hours of community service. My task was to get them complete and get rid of it. So my friend Christian back here convinced me to come here to the club and do my community service because he came here and we could hang out and it was close to my house. So when I started coming here, they assigned me to work with the kids, help them with their homework, and go out weeds on a hot day. But it was fun. I got through it. Then he convinced me to be part of the teams. At first, I was hesitant because I thought I was just a little kid, and I really didn't feel it. But when I started coming, it changed because everybody treated me right, and I fit in with them because they all knew me, and I was very proud of that. Then it came to the point where we started doing community service, and that day I remembered I changed my way of thinking. I went from being bad to good. Why, you may ask? Well, we were doing a senior center tea party, and we were being waiters, giving out food and drinks. And what really touched my heart was how proud they were. How they looked at us and were proud of us and told us that we like that you're doing this for us. That really touched my heart. It really changed my mindset. Then I started doing their summer internship program, which was very fun and educational. They have 2 programs there, SEEC, where we learn H2G, which requirements for college, and Toastmasters, where we learn etiquette and how to embrace our voice while speaking. The club has really changed my life. I went from being bad to good. The club is for everybody. Everybody should come here and really experience how to, be part of a family. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and have a good evening.
Good job. story, he always has good things. Like, he's always, whenever I need help on something, he always prepared me. Now, this next person, we've had quite a rocky relationship, but it's grown to be very good. I don't know what I would do without him being that. Wherever he sees me stressed out over an event, he's always like, John, you need to break the team. So next, I want to introduce Christian Samuel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Christian Jesus Sanabria Paz. I am 16 years old. I live with my mom, dad, brother, and sister. Both of my parents are illegal immigrants. They came to the United States for my brother and sister can have a better life than that. August 16.
Breathe.
August 16, 2001. I was born. When I was 5 years old, I was just entering first grade at Markham Elementary. I remember one day during recess, I was playing soccer with random people I didn't know. And I was always chosen last because that felt weird for me because I thought I was the best one, basically. But after the game, I'll always hear them that I suck. That they'll always whisper that I wasn't good enough. So I always go crying home. One day, I was walking with my sister to somewhere where they have free food and somewhere to hang out. We went to a place where we're allowed to do anything, basically. So I was playing soccer with people that were older than me. They were middle schooler and I was just in elementary school. I felt respected because they gave me a chance to shoot the ball and they at least said I was good. So the next day I went back. I went back and one of the staff told me I wasn't allowed without a parent or money. So I was begging my mom over and over if I could go back. She was saying no because we didn't have the money. I was saying it over and over. She got to a point where she got tired of me saying the same thing over and over. So she signed me up to a place called the Vacaville neighborhood school. I remember my first day, I was being so disrespectful to the staff because all I wanted to do is play soccer. And I didn't do none of those stuff. So one of our previous staff, Jed, he told me that we're not always gonna do whatever you want. And he was explaining it to me over and over because I was still fighting with him, I was arguing. And I finally understood what was the club once I was 7 years old. The club is, for me, is somewhere to have fun, learn, and make friends. January 31st, 2018. This is my 9th year at the Vacaville Club. I am an 11th grader at Vacaville High School. The club taught me a lot. They taught me how to be a leader, help other members, and just help the community. One example of helping the community was handing out presents to kids around the community. That was fun for me because I was so happy seeing them getting presents. And when I was small, I remember I didn't get a present. I remember playing with Orange when I really wanted to play soccer. I remember playing with Orange. The club really helped me because they made me gain families. They made me be the person who I am right now. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be doing Youth of the Year. They asked me, what if I win Youth of the Year? Well, I answered back by saying, if I win Youth of the Year, I'll use the money to go to a college I really want to go to and just make my parents proud of me. And they also asked me, what am I going to do after high school? I responded back saying, I want to play soccer. I didn't know if I wanted to play college soccer or professional soccer. But there was a program in summer called SCEC. They taught us about how to get into college, and they taught us what college we wanted to go to. And our friend Alex, she encouraged me to go to college, the college I really wanted to go to. And I didn't know what college I wanted to go to so bad, but I went high. So I chose UCLA or Berkeley. And just saying that made me so proud. They really taught me a lot. That's it.
I'm only supposed to cry like that. Graduation is the end of the year. Last but not least, we have the youngest one, Addison. I'm glad Addison is here because whenever I'm having a bad day, look at that kid, he's always smiling, always walking all chipper, bouncing around with so much energy. Too much energy. But he's a good kid, has a bright future, and he has a story to tell. So I'm going to introduce Addison.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Addison Barbara, and I'm a 9th grade candidate attending Millsfield High School. As I start, I would like to thank the Vacaville Boys and Girls Club and the Meadows Teen Center for teaching me and the rest of its members the kinds of important lessons that schools rarely teach any of their students. I've learned so many lessons, but today I would like to share 3 of them with you. The first lesson I'd like to talk about is how I learned to be more humble. On the first day of school at Vacaville, I thought I had learned everything that there was to learn, and I knew everything about myself that there was to know. And then I joined the Boys and Girls Club. I walked in and saw all of the members demonstrating their unique talents, and I very quickly came to realize that everybody has something to contribute, and everybody has something they're better than me at doing, which is how I'm going to be more humble. The second lesson I'd like to talk about is being accepted. At the Vacaville and Meadows Teen Center Boys and Girls Clubs, I immediately started making new friends who brought on more of my personality, many of which I'm still very good friends with today. And I was immersed in an environment where I could be myself and be accepted for it. And that's exactly how I felt, and that's exactly how I still feel is accepted. The final lesson I'd like to talk about is the feeling of extended family. I was born an only child, so the club members and staff are the closest things to siblings I have. We all learn, have fun, and talk together like I imagine siblings would. And like older family members, the staff take care of us and lead us by a positive example. They helped me to know that being childish and letting loose sometimes isn't always bad, as long as you know how to be serious and responsible when the need for it arises. Because of my experience at the club, I've learned why the Boys and Girls Club motto is great futures start here. I've learned so many more lessons than I've been able to list tonight, but just a few more are teamwork, cooperation, and leadership. But when you think about it, These 3 lessons are enough to show that it's really not all about me, but all about us. Thank you for listening and giving me your time, and have a wonderful night.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not a judge.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be, because all 3 boys are very endearing to me. So I thought each of them spoke very eloquently about what the club meant to them, and it just reminds me why I love my job so much. Okay, so who I'd like to introduce next is also a very special person. His name is Sergio Maciel, and he was our 2017 Youth of the Year. So a year ago at this time, he was sitting in their seats and had to compete in the competition, and he knows very well how it feels. So very proud of Sergio, because he advanced to the Northern California competition and made it past round 1. We were so proud because there were a lot of the other club winners there, and they had to minimize that group in half. And so the fact that he advanced and none of our kids had made it that far before was really, really exciting. He represented us well. And beyond that, he attends meetings with me. He has done presentations on our behalf. He has spoken to our younger kids at the club about why they need to stay a member all the way through high school, and what they will learn if they do, and what skills and what values the club will bring to them. So without further ado, Sergio kind of has a farewell speech for us. He's going to share his experience as our 2017 Youth of the Year. Thank you,
Good evening again. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sergio Maciel. I'm 16 years old and currently a junior attending Willseywood High School. I'm the president of the team program we have at the club, and I am also the club's 2017 Youth of the Year. I have been involved with the club for 6 years now, and I can tell you with all the confidence I've got, the club sure did change my ways of thinking and my ways of action. As Vacaville's Youth of the Year, I was given the opportunity and the blessing of what it feels like to be a celebrity. My boys in Youth of the Year involved nail-biting competitions, sublime presentations, and memorable trips all across California, which involved me meeting many other influential leaders that work to improve our communities and create good for our world. The most important task I executed in 2017 was inspiring our youth, both inside and outside of club boundaries. In the club, I have presented various speeches to my young peers and involved myself with annual Boys and Girls Club events that involved young members and supporters of our community. Many members of my club family have told me that one day they would like to present the way I do. A handful of them have told me that one day they would like to achieve the grades I achieve. A few of them have told me that one day they would like to serve others the way I serve. But every single one of them have told me that one day they will become Vacaville Youth of the Year and be great leaders who showcase great citizenship and great character the way great leaders do. Our young people are our future, and we must prioritize the service for our young if we are working towards a stronger future. Being Youth of the Year is much more than just a fancy title. It involves accountability, self-awareness, and empathy, and prioritizes service above self, meaning that you are willing to set aside your personal benefits before the good and service of others. As Youth of the Year, I have led others and inspired them to do great things. Behind me tonight stand 3 victors that work to lead, succeed, and inspire good for our world. Only one will take home the Youth of the Year title, but every single one of these young men take leading roles in the community of Vacaville. I know for a fact that they are willing to work for the good of people, with or without a title. Being Youth of the Year helped me see the potential I have, and how the potential I have makes me capable of accomplishing absolutely anything I set my spirit to. I look forward to following the success of my 3 friends here with me tonight, and hope that they too will see the potential they hold within themselves if they do not already. I very much appreciate and give thanks for the love and support I have received from God, the Vacaville Neighborhood Boys and Girls Club movement, and to the rest of the Vacaville community. Thank you all for the unforgettable voyage I've had the pleasure of experiencing.
Our next Youth of the Year is going to have a tough act to follow. Thank you for serving us with so much class and so much grace and charisma and leadership. You really have raised the bar quite a bit for our Youth of the Year. So with that, I'm going to ask the judges to head back to the conference room, and we'll spend a little bit of time deliberating before we come to a decision. And then, yes, hang out here for a little bit, and we'll be right back.
We're coming back. See, there's a hill there. You gotta watch out. We're coming back.
You did amazing. Well, you did amazing. Did a great job.
This is great. Oh, yeah. I mean,
That's crazy, huh?
I know, it's funny.
No, yeah.
So you know that the top of the speaker is like it is one of the biggest fears. I would bring people
All the same business.
All right. Okay. Uh-huh. Yep. I'll get you on camera.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for waiting. It is that exciting time of the night where we get to announce our youth of the year, but first, our judges do have a few words for each of our candidates tonight. So, who would like to start first? Miss Cassandra?
I want to thank you, gentlemen. This was just an amazing evening. You are all to be very, very proud of yourselves. We're proud of you. So thank you for your presentation. Whatever you decide to do in life, you are all going to be winners. You'll be very successful. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I would like to congratulate all three of you. All three of you have touched me deeply, and I am so honored to have been a part of this process. And I have to tell you all that I am very proud of you and what you have done. Your accomplishments are amazing, and I applaud you.
Well, just to let you know, gentlemen, that when I looked through this, I saw my life. I started out as a young man living in the projects. And I saw that when I went to high school, I didn't like it. So I didn't get an F in my freshman year. I got an incomplete. You got to go to get an F. But here's what happened. My sophomore year, I realized I didn't want to live that life anymore. And for the next 3 years, I made it my freshman year. I took electives as freshman classes, geography as a senior. I was taking freshman geography. But in the process, I also had auto shop and metal shop. Well, that got me where I love to be. When I graduated from high school, I had one extra credit. If I failed one class, I was not going to graduate. But I graduated and got a scholarship to a trade school. Never give up on your dreams. Your dreams are yours. If you have fear in your heart, just understand fear is the thief of dreams. Excel. I'm proud of you. You guys have done well. You came from a long place. It seemed like a black hole, but you got here and here you are. Again, thank you.
I just want to say thank you for coming out to participate tonight. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of confidence, and each of you displayed that during your interviews and in front of us. I know that was really difficult to convey exactly how you felt. I was most impressed by the fact that you guys didn't read, and you didn't read your speech. You spoke from the heart, and people your age typically have a hard time doing speeches. They like to read it, and you guys spoke with such eloquence and connected with each of us judges, but also everybody here in the room. They heard and they felt everything that you guys were talking about, the club and yourselves, and where you came from and where you want to go. And I just want to say, I hope your parents are beyond proud, because we are so proud of you guys. And this is just a stepping stone. Imagine all the possibilities that you guys can accomplish. So thank you.
So Addison, you're a brilliant kid. Totally awesome speech. I see the GPA at 367, and my gut feeling is you could get it to 4.0. So well done. Christian and Arturo, you guys are 5 days apart. Born 5 days apart, I noticed. That's pretty cool.
Brothers.
And Christian, I think that might have been one of the best speeches I've ever heard in my life. It was awesome. And you showed leadership by recruiting the bad kid into the club when he was a bad kid. And Arturo, you're a funny guy, right? I was really impressed with your interview inside the chambers, and your speech was just awesome. I can't tell you how proud I am of you guys. Just all three of you just did fantastic. And both of these two guys, the two older guys, did it. Each of them have done more than 150 volunteer hours. And you'd probably be up there too if you weren't just 14, right? So anyway, thank you. It was a real honor.
All right, I'm presenting the award. So I'll tell you right now, it's a guy.
Wow.
Our 2018 Youth of the Year for the Boys and Girls Club, as well as being the ambassador for the club, is Addison Barbara.
That was really suspenseful. I'd just really like to thank my parents and everyone who showed up here to support me, and Arturo and Christian for all of us just helping each other get through this, and John for doing a lot of hard work. He did a lot of hard work. That's not a joke. Thank you so much. Hey, I don't know what to say.
Say good night.
Good night.
Take care.